array. So earlier we discussed about the different data types: integer, float, character, double, long int, and etc. So what is array here? So array is one of the data type which is a derived data type. A derived data type. So what is the derived data type? Means that it is derived from, it is defined from an existing data type that is called primitive data types. Example: integer, float, character, etc. So array is one of the data type which is derived from an existing data type like integer, float, char. It means that with the help of an existing database, we are creating our own data. Sorry, the reference to an existing data type, we are creating our own data type. This is called array. So arrays are called the derived data types. Derived data types. What is the use of array? Generally, if you want to store a value in a variable, example int a, it stores a value, a single value in a variable a. Let us see, I have entered another value. Means that I have given another value for the same variable a. Then whatever the value I have given earlier will be erased. The new value will be replaced here. So if I give a second, third time, whatever the value that I have given at the second time will be removed and the new value will be placed here. So this is the problem. So here means variable here does not storing the value continuously. Why? When you try to give value for the same variable, next time it is not considering. So when you try to give the next time another value, the first value is getting erased and the new value is replacing. So to overcome this problem, what we will do is we will create a new data types called derived data types, which are arrays, which allows you to store multiple values in the same variable. Multiple values in the same variable. So array is collection of elements. Array is a collection of elements of same data type. Same data type. It means that with the help of array, you can able to store multiple values in a single variable. How? The syntax is data type, array name, and its size, followed by semicolon. So here int a of 10. So what it exactly means? Here a is an array which can store integer values. How many values it can store? It can store maximum of 10 values. So in the sense, I am using only the single variable a, but I am able to store multiple values in it. So this is the concept of arrays. Now I have a doubt. Sir, you are telling that you can able to store 10 values. Now how can you guess which value is at which position? So for that, an array will have the concept of index. Concept of index. Elements in an array can be identified with the help of an index. So how do you know the index? Let us see, I am drawing here. Let's suppose this is the array. So within this array, you have So we told that array is of size 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We can take any size, it doesn't matter. So here total number of blocks are 10. So here the first block, this is this one, and the last block, this is this one. So here A, this is array A of size 10. Okay. So here the first element will store at the index position A of 0. A of 0. So then the second element will be at A of 1, third element at A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, A of 5, A of 6, A of 7, A of 8, finally A of 9. A of 9. So when you see here the array, the first element is stored at the location 0, A of 0, and the last element at A of 9. So total number of elements are 0 to 9, that is 10. So you are able to store 10 elements. So if we want to identify, see, for example, I have a value here 3, I have a value here 2, I have a value here I have value 6, here I have value 12. So now let's see where is the location of the value 2 in the array. So we can say that it is A of 1. Location of the value that is stored is A of 1. So what about 12? A of 8. What about 6? A of 6. See here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this way you can easily identify what is the location of elements in an array. So this is A of 6, A of 8, A of 9. Now this will become A of 1. So here array is one of the derived data type, which we can define a new data type, our own data type, with the help of an existing data type. So what is the syntax? The data type, which is already available, and the array name along with its size. Sir, what happens if it doesn't mention the size? It will take nothing. So it is better to use the size. You have to specify the size. Sir, is it possible to specify the size of an array while writing the program or while executing the program? Yes, it is also possible. If you want to specify how many number of elements to be stored while executing a program, also you can tell. Otherwise, if you want to tell initially, also you can tell. So this is called initial declaration. This is called initial of size. So if you want to declare the size at the runtime, also you can do, no problem. So here int A of 10 means A is an integer array that can store integer values, either negative or positive values, and maximum it can store 10 values. Sorry, does it require to store 10 values? Definitely no, not required. If you want to store 3 to 4 values only, no problem. It is not required to enter each and every value. So that doesn't require. So if how many values you can capable of inserting, that much values you can insert. But whenever we try to declare an array, we are always cautious that the size has to be fixed. Otherwise, once you declared an array, automatically memory will be occupied and the memory will get wasted. See an example, int a of 50 means that 50 elements can store in the array A. So means 50 multiplied by 2 bytes. That is 100 bytes of memory is already stored. If you enter only 3 values, and the rest of the 47 values memory will be waste. So that's why you have to be cautious when you're declaring an array. Okay. So this is about the concept of arrays. Now question, how to accept values in an array and how to display the values from an array. Means how to store values into array, how to display values from the array. So for that, we are already told that the array elements of array will stored in a array and the elements positions will be identified with the help of their indexes. So let's see the program that you can understand how to use the concepts, how to use arrays. So first open the C++, control and program on arrays. As include stdio.h main. Now we have to declare array a of 10. Sir, does the name has always a? No. You can give whatever the name you want. If you want to give your name also, you can give, doesn't matter. But you have to specify a name for the array. So here the statement that declaration of an array A with the size 10. The size 10. So now what is my intention? I have to store the values into array. If you want to store the values into array, you have to know the locations. So locations will start from 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So there you need a counter. So that's why I am using I. Now there is a message that otherwise for I equal to, we are already told that the array index start from 0. So I equal to 0 up to which position? 9. So less than 10. I plus plus. So what I have to do? I have to accept the value. So printf enter value of a of percentage d, comma I. So now what will happen? I will get a message that enter a value of a of I value is 0, a of 0 value, a of 2 1 value, a of 2 value, a of 3 value will like message. So scanf percentage d comma ampersand a of. So that's the input part is over. So now I have taken the input. What I have to do? I have to display the output. So means whatever the elements that I have stored in the array has to be displayed. So now same logic. Just I'm changing the message. Values in A of I are is value in A of I is percentage d comma I comma A of I. That's simple. This suppose the program is over. Now what happened here? The first for loop, I will start from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first value will store, second value will ask, third value, fourth value, sixth value, like that up to, it will take 10 values and stores into the array. Now again I am asking to display. So printf value in a of 0 is whatever the value that is stored, that will display a of 0 value. Next a of 1 value, a of 2 value, and so on. First save the file. array1.c. So now let's execute the program, compile. No errors. Run the program. See here, it's asking a of 0. So let us see 1. We have given 1. A of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the value of A of 0 is 1, the value of A of 1 is. So it's coming the same line. So what you have to do here, do one thing. You use /n. Now you will get. See, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is how we can take values into the array and we can display the values from the array. So we are displaying the index positions also, because you can understand better where the value is exactly stored. Okay. Now, with the help of the arrays, we do one thing: how to add elements in an array. So let us see. Here I have entered 10 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like that. So how to sum these all elements together? That is the question here. Simple logic, you have to change something in the code, remaining will be the same. So here I am adding one more thing, that is called sum. Sum. I already told you earlier that if you want to do some addition or subtraction, you need to initialize with 0. If you want to do multiplication, you have to initialize with 1. So here I want to sum. That's why I will use 0. Some initial value of sum is 0. So here what I am doing here, I am taking the input. Along with taking the input, I am also doing one thing, that sum equal to sum plus a of I. So what will be happen here? First it will take a value. That value will be added to the sum. Next value added to the sum. Next value added to the sum. Next value added. So finally 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus and so on. So what is the ultimate value in the sum is the summation of 10 multiples up to 10. So here I'm displaying values. After the displaying values, I am also displaying the sum of elements in an array, or percentage d comma sum. You see what happening? First, I am taking one value and storing into the sum, adding into the sum value, which is already 0. So let's see, if I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 will add it to the sum. That is, so sum will become 1. Yes, sum will become 3, sum will become 6, sum will become 10, and sum will become 15, and so on. Okay. Now see, I'm giving the simple values. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Sorry. First, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 5 ones, 5 plus. So total are 10 plus 15. You see, the sum of elements in an array are 15. So here I am taking the input and displaying the array elements, and also along that I am also displaying the sum of those elements also. This is the logic. So in the same way, let us see, I want to add elements whose are even numbers only, not the odd numbers. See that here this array accepting 10 elements. After the given 10 elements, whatever the elements are even numbers, those elements only get added. Remaining does not be considered. So how do you, so here see, we are giving input. After taking the input, what you have to check is if a of I percentage to equal to 0. Simple. So here, let us see, I have given the value is 2, first value. So 2 percentage 2 means I get 2 by 2, the remainder will be 0. Then the sum will become 2. If I next enter the 3, the remainder not equal to 0. So that will not consider into the sum. Let's take another value. So in the same way, if we enter 10 values, from the 10 values, whatever the values that are even numbers, those will be considered. Remaining does not consider. See here, compiling and executing. See here, I'm going to have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 5 odd numbers, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 5 even numbers. So what is the output now here? The output is 10. Why? We already mentioned there. Whenever the element in array is divided by 2, the remainder is 0, then you have to consider that value into the addition. Otherwise, you have to leave that value separately. So this is the concept. You can do multiple things with this. You want to find only the odd number summation, you can do. If you want to do the multiples, you can do. Whatever you want to do, you can do. See an example here. We want to add only the multiples of 3. Then what you have to do? Yeah, 5 percentage 3 equal to 0. It means only the 3 multiples will get added. Remaining all the elements, whether it is even number, odd number, forget about these things. If it is the multiple of 3, then only it will be considered and get added. Otherwise, it won't. See here. See. Some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of this, which are the 3 multiplets? 3, 6, 9. So 3 plus 6 plus 9. So 9 plus 9, that is 18. The output is 18. So this way, you can do multiple things with array. So this is the concept of, basic concept of arrays. You can do multiple programs with the arrays. Then you come to the, I hope you understand the single, this is also called the single dimensional array. You can also call this as a single dimensional array. So what is a dimension? Double dimensional array means it has both things, x-axis and y-axis, both rows and columns. You want to represent the matrices, then you can use the concept of two-dimensional array, because the matrices have both rows and columns, both rows and columns. So we'll see those concepts in the next class. After this section, I will post some programs for you in the arrays concepts. go through the programs and try to understand more about this one. Okay. See, let's look into another program. Here I have taken array A. I'm taking the input and also displaying. So now what I want to read exactly is the array elements has to be accepted, and those elements has to moved or copied into another array. So here understand. See here I am using array A which can store 10 values. After taking the input, I have to copy those values into another array and display from that array. So when I try to display the values in array A and array B, both values will be similar. So see how it possible. So here I am using another array that is B of same size 10. Whenever you want to try to copy the array, but both the size has to be same. So here, okay, I have accepted the input. This is over. Now what I have to do here is before displaying the values, I'm using this log for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, sorry, I plus plus, E of I equal to A of I. E of I equal to A of I. What happened here? See, B of I means I value is 0. So in array, the first element is equal to the array of a first element. So whatever the value of first element in array will be stored into the as a first element of B. Same way, second element in array A to second element in array B, third element in array to third element B. See, keep on going until to the last element. So 0 to 10. B of I equal to A of I. So whatever the value in the A of I, you store into the B of I. Now here I'm displaying the value of the array A of I. Okay. The same way I'm trying to display also the values in the array B to check whether the values are copied from A to B or not. So that's why here I'm using B, sorry, B and B of I. Super. So yeah, see, let's have a look. First, I am taking two arrays AB of both sides are equal. First, I am inputting the values into the array A. After the completion, I am copying whatever the values in A to B. After that, I am displaying the values from the both arrays A and B. So compile. Yes, I have one error. How do I get it? Int I comma sum. Here forgot to mention the semicolon. And moreover, this is not required because I am not doing any sum here. I'm just taking the input. I'm just taking the input and copying in from one array to another array. So it doesn't require any summation here. One error where see here the logic here. Here the main is started. The first for loop is closed. Second for loop is closed. The third for loop is started. And I forgot to close here. See. So here. Now it is okay. See here, whenever you want to check easily you can. Because whenever the loop is open, that has to be closed. Here for open and close it. For open, close it. For open and also close it. Here see. opened, closed. Finally, the main is closed. Whereas, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, I have the same values in both A and B. Both A and B. Sir, if I want to try to reverse the values, is possible. Let's see, I have entered the values in array as 1 to 10. But in array B, it has to be stored in reverse order. Is it possible? Yes, it is also possible. How can I store? See, if you want to store in reverse order, what is the logic? From maximum to minimum. So here, the maximum is that equal to I equal to 9. Minimum is greater than or equal to 0. Here, minus. Simple. Everything is same. So from from 9 to. So here the problem is B of I equal to A of I. B of I equal to A of I. Then what will become 9, 9? Both will become 9. So for that, what you have to do here is the I values must be from 0 to 9 and sorry, array B element values from 0 to 9 and array A elements value from 9 to 0. So then what you have to do is, here I am declaring another variable that is called J, and here I am using J equal to 0, J equal to J plus 1, sorry, J equal to J, B of J equal to B. Simple. So here see, you can understand clearly. So J equal to 0. For I equal to 9, I greater than or equal to 0. Okay? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So B of J equal to A of I. So here J value is 0. So means B 0. So means the first element, first location in B, array B, has to be filled with the last element in the array A. Okay. Next J value become 1. The second element in the array B is filled with last but one element from the array A and keep on going. So here what happening? The J values keep on increasing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. And I value is getting decreased 9, 4, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 like that. So this is the concept. Compile and see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The output is reverse order. So array A elements are 1 to 10 and array B elements are 10 to. So this is the simple logic. So in this way you can perform so many programs. Go through the video once after completing the class. You can understand more once again. Okay. I will share some programs to you later.